popular cars through the decades, cars have gone through more stages than we can count. Although a lot has changed, one thing hasn't: our love for them. Whatever decade you were born in, there was a car that defined it. Ford Model T 1910s, the car that started it all. The Model T was the first automobile that went into mass production. This made it an affordable car, allowing the average person to own one. With this car, Ford changed people's lives by allowing them to travel more independently than ever. The Model T produced 20 horsepower for a top speed of 45 mph. It offered mobility to the masses and allowed people to travel on by means other than a horse or train. Ford Model A 1920s and 1930s. Ford's next big hit was the new and improved version of the Model T. The Model A was sportier, more attractive, and much better built than its predecessor was. This model had better specs under the hood and improved tires to withstand tougher terrains. With an improved engine, it provided 40 horsepower with a top speed of 65 mph. Model A was the first car with a fully enclosed cab and windows, giving it a more complete look. The Model A was highly publicized before its release due to the success of the Model T, went on to be one of the best-selling automobiles in America at the time. Over 2 million sold within 2 years of its production. Cadillac Eldorado in 1950s. Originally built as a show vehicle, the Cadillac Eldorado is one of the most well-known cars of the past. With its fins, grills, and chrome trim, the eye-catching car expressed the style of the fabulous 50s. It was one of the first suburban automobiles for families starting out post-war. The Eldorado was also one of the most luxurious and expensive options at the time. Costing more than a Rolls-Royce, it had just about every luxury option available: self-leveling suspension, radio, air conditioning, stainless steel roof, and wool carpeting. Today, we expect all these features to be included stock. The Eldorado is a classic car that seniors admire for nostalgic reasons and that people from any generation can appreciate. Ford Shelby Mustang, 1960s. The Shelby Mustang is one of the most notable American muscle vehicles of all time. This car gave off a tough look while also delivering superior performance. The Shelby was made for enthusiasts who wanted a race car but had to settle for something street legal. It was not built to be practical or family-friendly. The Shelby was built with performance in mind. Although it had a harsh ride with stiff controls, it delivered top-notch speeds. The Shelby was equipped with a whopping 306 horsepower and could reach 140 mph. This was powerful for its time and still is today. It is well known for its chrome trim and racing stripes. The Shelby Mustang is an American automobile icon and is still featured in films and TV to this day. Honda Accord, 1980s. The Honda Accord was a mid-sized family vehicle that provided fuel efficiency and reliability. The Accord wasn't a flashy sports car or something to show off, but fit middle-class Americans' price range and needs. It was a small, upscale-looking vehicle with lots on interior room. The Accord was the car that you could take on a cross-country road trip, even if you were on a budget. It ended up being one of the best-selling automobiles in US history. The Accord gained a good reputation for its simplicity and low-cost maintenance. It was one of the vehicles responsible for starting the decline of US autos and popularity of Japanese ones. People were starting to buy Japanese-made cars, like Honda, instead of American-made. Honda established itself as one of the best car makers in history from the success of cars like the Accord. Toyota Supra, 1990s. Known as a legend and king of the streets, the Supra was extremely affordable and one of the most easy-to-tune performance cars. It is one of the most iconic Japanese sports cars of the last 25 years. The Supra was made to be a low-cost sports car that could compete with major powerhouses of its time. For what owners were getting, the price was well worth it. It could reach 155 mph and came stock with around 300 horsepower. The Supra could even be custom-built to add an additional 400 HP. Its sleek, rounded body made it one of the most well-known cars of the 1990s. To this day, JDM Japanese domestic market enthusiasts still hold the Supra in high regard. Even after production has stopped, it's one of the rarest and most sought-after project cars. Films franchises like Fast and Furious also increased the Supra's popularity. Tesla Roadster out 2000s. Released in 2008, the Roadster is iconic for being the first street-legal electric car put into production. With 288 HP, it could reach a top speed of 125 mph, which was remarkable for an electric motor. The Roadster had a range of 245 miles per charge off its lithium-ion battery. With this car, Tesla proved that you did not have to settle for a boring car to go green. The Roadster provided incredible power and zero emissions, all with the looks of a luxurious sports car. Electric automobiles are changing the industry, and Tesla Motors are the ones leading that change. Soon enough, owning a Tesla will be one of the many ways you can go green and help the environment. In 2012, they launched the Model S, the world's first premium electric sedan. Tesla is also now currently releasing their first electric SUV, the Model X.